Friends, in the last class we started discussing conjugation. In this, we saw the composition of a finite verb. In Tamil, a finite verb has three components. The first component is action of the verb. The second is a tense marker, and the third is a personal suffix or a personal marker. So, all the three go to make a finite verb in Tamil. We saw a few examples. For that, we took up the present tense, and the present tense marker is kiru. This must take place in the middle of the verb. That is, you have a verb say, and you have this tense marker kiru, and then the person marker or personal suffix yen. This becomes செய்கிறேன். Now, what is this yen for? We call it a personal suffix or a person marker. By person marker, I mean that which indicates the person of the subject. செய்கிறேன், செய்கிறேன் must have a subject, and the subject is naturally noun. First person singular noun. For noun, the person marker in the verb would be yen. So, also we saw for plural, first person plural. Do you remember what it was? First person plural, நாம் or நாங்கள். For these two, the person marker would be om. So, also we saw the second person and the third person with all the details. We shall have a few more verbs and conjugate them. You know this verb po. Po is to go. So, this takes the same suffixes and becomes போகிறேன். Po, kiru and yen. போகிரு yen, போகிறேன். I go. This means I go. Do you remember another word for going? Shall. This is another word which means to go. and with this the combination would be the same, and the result is Shellgirain. Let us have a few more verbs. What is this? You saw shell and this is shol. Shol, Shellgirain. What is this? Ko, yel, kol. Kol is to kill. So this will be Kolgirain. This is Sholgirain and this is Kolgirain. And let us have one more verb of this type where the combination goes very smoothly without any change. Well is to succeed or win. So, well plus kiru plus yen, Velgirain. I succeed, I win. We have seen a set of verbs which take up the present tense marker without undergoing any change. We shall have another set of verbs where you have a few changes. You remember this word? Ko plus do. In combination it becomes ko do, and this is conjugated. This is the present tense marker and personal suffix. This ta assumes a soft sound because of the preceding letter. So this becomes kodu, and then you have kiru. Ka is a hard sound. So naturally you must have some other element to connect these two hard and soft sounds. So this is introduced. The consonantal form of the following consonantal vowel. Ki is a consonantal vowel. You remember that? It has ik plus e in it. Ik is the consonant, e is the vowel. So ki is the consonantal vowel. So the consonantal form of it is ik. That is added to ease the pronunciation. So this becomes kodu plus kiru plus yen. In combination it becomes kodu plus ik plus kiru plus yen. The result would be Kodukirain. Kodu plus kiru plus yen becomes Kodukirain. Here we have introduced another sound in between. In between the verb and the tense marker. The personal marker does not undergo any change. So also the tense marker does not undergo any change. The verb also does not undergo any change. only a sound, a letter is introduced, and that is a consonant, and naturally in combination you have a free flow of pronunciation. Kodu ikkiren, kodukkiren. Let us have another verb. What is this? Par, par. Par is to see. You have the same tense marker, etc. Here also, this is a medial sound. It is neither a hard sound or a soft sound or a nasal sound. Here also you find the difficulty in pronouncing it easily. So, we introduce the same consonant ik. So, pa, ir, ik, kiru, en, parkiren. I am not making use of the other person markers, so that the combination will be clear in the first place, and we can take up later other combinations. So, in this set of words, in this set of verbs, you get a letter introduced, and the letter is always a consonant, and always the consonantal form of the following consonantal vowel, that is ik, because the following consonantal vowel is ki. Let us have a few more verbs. Do you remember this? Iru, iru, iru is to be. The same way you have the other suffixes added. Here also this consonant is introduced. It becomes irukkiren. You have not come across this word, if I remember correct. Na, di. This becomes na, di, nadi, to act. Nadi is to act. Here also you have ik introduced, and it becomes nadi plus kiru plus en, nadikkiren. One more of this type. I hope you remember this word. Padi, padi. Padi is to read. So, padi, when taking up the tense marker, etc., gets a ka of the consonant form. It becomes padikkiren. This consonant form of ik is introduced in this set of verbs. Padikkiren, padikkiren. This is padu. We saw padi earlier. This is padu, padu. Padu is to lie down. Adi is to beat. These two also take a consonant while being conjugated with the tense marker kiru. So, this will be padukkiren and adikkiren respectively. We have so far seen two sets of verbs. One set of verbs accepting the tense marker without undergoing any change in the combination, and another set of verbs which take up a consonant, an extra consonant, to have a free pronunciation. That is, the consonantal form of ki, that is ik, is introduced. So, in all these verbs, you have one extra sound, extra letter being introduced. You know, when you take up verbs, generally they are divided into two categories. One is a transitive and the other is intransitive. I need not explain what a transitive verb is or an intransitive one. A transitive verb will have an object. An intransitive verb will not have an object. You know that. In Tamil, there are certain verbs which are both transitive and intransitive. Please mark. In Tamil, you have a few verbs which are both transitive and intransitive. How will we be able to distinguish them? Recently, we saw one verb. This is padi. Padi is to read. Naturally, you know, this is a transitive verb. A transitive verb, and its conjugation would be padikkiren. Padi in its transitive form accepts an introduction of a consonant. Let us see. This padi as an intransitive means to obey. Padi is a verb which is both transitive and intransitive. As a transitive, it takes this form, accepting a consonant, extra consonant. Padikkiren, padikkiren. If it is intransitive, This is the format. The verbal root, the tense marker and the person marker. We have seen this here. Here there is an introduction. In intransitive form, it will just remain as it is. Padi plus kiru plus yen padigireen is the intransitive form. Padi plus kiru plus yen padikireen is the transitive form. I read something, I obey. In English, it doesn't take any preposition. In Tamil, you have a preposition. So, I am not introducing the case markers now. I am discussing only the conjugation and that too present tense. So, this type of verbs will have two forms of conjugation. Let us have a few more. Kedu, to spoil. It means to spoil oneself or spoil somebody or something. To spoil oneself is intransitive. To spoil somebody else is transitive. And we get a clear picture of this when it is conjugated. You have the present tense marker and then the person suffix. This remains kedugireen, just the same intransitive form. And when it takes up another letter, that is ik, it becomes kedukireen. Kedukireen. This is the transitive form. I repeat, there are some verbs which are both transitive and intransitive, and we can find out whether it is transitive or intransitive when that word is conjugated, that verb is conjugated. The intransitive one does not undergo any change, whereas the transitive verb takes up a consonant in between the tense marker and itself. We shall have a few more examples. I remember this was given earlier. This is a, this is re, ari. Ari is to destroy. It is also both transitive and intransitive. So, following the other verbs, if it is natural, the combination is natural, it is azhigireen. If it is transitive, it becomes azhikireen. OD is another verb. I am not exhausting the set of verbs under this category. I am giving you a few more examples so that it will be clear. OD is to break. I break myself or I break something else. So, it will be ஓடுகிறேன் or ஓடிக்கிறேன் for transitive. So, you have two sets of verbs here. In this class, we discussed two sets of verbs. One set accepting the tense marker without any change. A natural combination takes place. Another set of verbs which accept or which take up one consonant in between the tense marker and the verbal root, that is ik, so that the pronunciation goes smoothly. And the third set is a set of verbs which are both transitive and intransitive, have different forms in the final form, in the finite form. That is, if it is a natural combination, it is intransitive. If ik is added, it is transitive. So, we have discussed three sets. There are a few more to be studied under this category, and then we will go in for the second person combination and third person combination, etc.